Hello everyone, I'm back again. Very first video I posted to YouTube was yesterday, dated yesterday, for a hive inspection I did. And I realized I didn't even really give much of a background story on um, myself or in beekeeping. I got into beekeeping in 2019. And I get asked a lot of times why. Uh, Honestly, um, I needed something to kind of take my mind away from everything going on, and it, it it's a very therapeutic thing, uh, and I don't mean getting stung. In beekeeping, uh, it it does capture your mind, and there's so much learning to beekeeping. So I think that was the biggest thing that captivated me. Um, um, I know there's a lot of people out there that have a fear of bees and getting stung. There are measures you can take to prevent from getting stung. The biggest thing I've learned through the years of beekeeping is you can get some hives that are a little bit feistier than others, and that's all in the genetics, and that all can be uh, adjusted by replacing queens, which I've learned to do. And but back to my the backstory on beekeeping. I learned everything I know in beekeeping from watching a gazillion hours of YouTube. Uh, I've watched different beekeepers uh, via their content on YouTube, and there's at least a list of 20 or more. And I'll rattle off a few if you all are interested in this. But I'm a visual learner, so in seeing uh, content like this, I'm able to learn as opposed to reading it in a book. um, and if you all aren't aware of what I do for a living, it's in the name of the apiary. I had some. There was another one I really liked, but I didn't go with because there's just the wording. It buzz with the fuzz. It just didn't roll off the tongue like blue line honey does. Um, so if you're into that type of work or are a veteran that are and you're needing something therapeutic, um, this is definitely an avenue. Um, I've enjoyed. I've been doing it a couple of years now. I'm definitely not a pro. Uh, again, I've learned everything I know from other beekeepers, some commercial, some hobbyists, some sideliners. And one of the coins I like to take is from a beekeeper named uh, Barry. He has a page called Barry's Best Honey. And he always starts off his videos by saying, this is the way I do things, not the way I'm telling you to do things, but the way I do things. So, and that's great advice because one of the guys that I've recently assisted in beekeeping, he asked a question and he posed that same question to several other beekeepers and he got 10 different answers. So uh, the best thing you can do is learn and make mistakes and grow from those mistakes. And you can take advice from other beekeepers, but no, it's not the only one way to do. It's not the one way to do it. So there's other ways. Some other ways may be better, but there's no one right way of doing things when it comes to beekeeping. Um, I got my dog over here staring at me. Hey. Yeah, he's checking me out. But yeah, I've watched YouTubers like Cayman Reynolds, Ian Stepler, Dirt Rooster, um, Sue Colby, who's huge into the artificial insemination of queens, which is I've had an interest, but I don't know if I'll ever get there. It's just something that it's very costs a lot of money. Um, and if you get into beekeeping, just know it's addicting, and you'll spend money. Um, but it's definitely very rewarding for yourself and even other people who love honey. I learned that the very first year I got into beekeeping. So many people are looking for raw honey, and where I'm at, um, there are beekeepers, but I don't know if any of them get into it to the extent that I do, where I produce more than I need. So, um, yeah, that's why I got into beekeeping. This year makes, let's see, 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 4 years, 5 years. I can't remember how the bee calendar goes right now, but uh, I've learned to graft. Um, and I started out with 2 hives. Then that same year, I was like, oh, I need another one. And I think I went through the year with 3 hives. Uh, and over the years, have expanded. Um, yeah, I think I ended one season with 30 and ended up coming out of the winter with 3 or 4. Thinned them out too thin, but I've learned over the years that how to improve. This year, I came out of the winter with 16 hives. I think I went in um, with 18 or 19. So I'm getting better at not pushing the limits with the bees. Um, and as far I do treat my bees, um, and I feed them 1-to-1 sugar water or 2-to-1 when it's needed, and that's I believe a big reason why I have so many make it through the winter this past season, um, is because I fed them, because I had a, a good portion of my bees die out due to starvation. So um, yeah, I've putting this content out on YouTube just to get it out there for people that are interested in beekeeping. Um, Give me something to do. Um, I'm not I'm not as digitally creative as Vino Farms is. Dude has an amazing page. He's a beekeeper, but I don't think his main focus is even beekeeping. He does some other stuff, but definitely pretty amazing when it comes to creating video content. So I might get there someday, but until now, I'm a full time. I've got a full time job, full time husband, full time dad, full time fix it up, whatever. So I I love beekeeping, but it's comes down further down on the list of things as far as priorities. Um, but yeah, again, that's why I got into it. I love it, and if you're ever interested in it, feel free to hit me up. Have a blessed day.